Hi everyone, welcome back to Questionga. What a journey we have been walking together with these saucepans leaking. I am thrilled to have you back on the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, the universe is judging you. Just run and hit the subscribe button or go to Instagram and like or Twitter and just fall in love with our content. We want you to learn and grow with us. We want you to be inspired to play and to live, because that's what we do in this space. We've been talking about the saucepans leaking, and today we are going to jump right into the conversation. I have an amazing duo of mother-daughter. You will decide. But as I ask them to introduce themselves, I want you to come into this space with a yearning to learn, a yearning to grow, but also a yearning to contribute to your relationship with your mother out there. So welcome with me, our guests for today. I'll allow them to introduce themselves. You're very welcome.
Thank you, Penny.
Thank you for joining me on the show. Thank you for coming.
We are honored to be here.
I am glad to be hosting you because I've been watching your relationship with your daughter from a distance, and I am excited that you two are now here close to me so that I can also learn a thing or two.
Good. We are as excited as you can imagine.
So who's Joyce? Who is she?
Joyce.
What does she do for fun, for life, for... Yeah.
So my name is Joyce Namatov Kayondo. I'm married to a Timothy Kayondo. He's 23 years now.
Hi, Mr. Timothy Kayondo.
Yeah, so we have 4 beautiful children, 2 girls and 2 boys. Joyce is a fun-loving lady. I love to live life, and I live the life that I love. You know that quote? Yeah. So I'm a business lady working with a beauty secret salon in Metroplex Shopping Mall. A former banker. So I'm happy to be here.
Nice. That's a huge transition, right?
Yes. I was in banking for 9 years. Then I left 2012 and joined business. Been in the salon business for now 12 years.
Nice. We are speaking of 23 years, 12 years, 10 years, what? Anyway, this is going to be fun. Yes, my dear, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me.
My name is Kylie Kayondo. I am 19.
Yay! Guys, when was I last 19? Anyway, please go on.
I've just finished year 13 at Taiba, and I'm going to university in June.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So I invited us to talk about our mother-daughter relationship because one, I have noticed that you do so many things together. And that's not a thing many parents do with, especially their adult kids. I'm saying adult because 19, you can vote next year. You better register to vote.
True.
Yeah, but what's the craziest thing you two have done together?
Can I interject?
Yes, please.
So is this relationship between just one daughter or 2 daughters?
No,
so as she speaks, she has to speak for both of them.
Okay.
For fairness.
She will do that. She will do that because there are things you do with her that you don't do with your other daughter. And that's for you to enunciate because you're the one who is relating with them differently. For them, they are siblings. So we will get there. We'll get there. What fun things have you done? What's the craziest fun thing you've done together?
Well, for me, I think I take after my mom.
Yeah.
I love to live life, and
you love the life you live, and you live the life you love.
Exactly. For me, I enjoy being out with my friends.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me to get the opportunity to do that with my mom, like we can go out and dance the entire night, I think for me that's so much fun.
Mr. Kayondo, are you adopting an adult child who can dance with her mom?
You're very welcome. You will be adopted.
Please. Is it the same thing? The craziest thing you've done with her?
There's something crazy that has happened this year. So the 3 of us decided to go get tattoos together.
Oh.
So I would call that crazy.
Guys, where were you when you were being parented? Tattoos. First of all, I had to explain why I have ink on my whole body. Not just to the mother, to the whole clan. Like, what kind of child have you become? But wow, that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
So, Joyce, what is it like raising daughters?
It's interesting. Very interesting and fun. Many times I hear parents saying that it's hard to parent.
Yes.
I can't say I've really had a hard time to parent. It's been a smooth journey for me. So I thank God for that.
Yeah.
But also, it's good to have support. The support that you have at home, then the family support as well, like your siblings or friends, they help you parent the children. Yeah, so it's a good journey. We are still moving.
Yeah.
But I'd like to thank all the support system that has been with us from day one. The siblings, the friends are always there. Let's say, for example, you're going through something with your daughter. You can have a friend who will say, let me take Kylie out for a cup of tea. And while they are there, they get to hear something different from what mommy normally tells them.
Yeah. And sometimes it's difficult to come with some things to mommy first. It's easier when they go through someone. I found that also sometimes as an adult child, there are things that I want to tell my mom, but they have a softer landing when someone says them to her, and then I come and finish the story properly.
Yes, we've had such a situation with Kylie before. There's a time she wanted to change schools. So I think she tried to talk to the parents, me and my husband, and she was not getting a breakthrough. So she had to go through an auntie.
That's nice.
And it was a success.
Kylie, what's it like having Joyce as your mom?
Having her as my mom it's amazing. It feels so natural. Like it's not a struggle. I can come to her with anything. At first, that situation of having to pass through someone was there. But at this point in time, I feel like I can talk to her about anything, which is, it's nice to know that you have a safe space.
Do you feel like she's intentional about inviting you to that space? Because sometimes you know, you're going to the person and they're like,
sometimes she's dragging me to that safe space.
That's really cool. That's really cool. That's cool parenting. I don't think we were ever dragged to a safe space. We were driven away from the safe space because our parents were going through so many things. And I have said over the previous episodes that now in looking back, I understand my mom was going through things that I probably never made sense of while we were navigating our relationship, and today I understand. So it's cool to know that you're going through these things together. Like, she probably doesn't understand how you guys at your age are addicted to technology, and then there are things she doesn't understand about technology, but you're teaching her, and then you have bonding moments here and there, and that's really nice. Let's talk about your sister. Mommy said she parents you with grace, right? And she invites you into the space. Do you feel like there are times you clash with your sister over mommy's attention? Do you ever feel like she favors other people more than me a little bit?
Personally, I don't, because my sister and I are quite different. There are things that she likes that I really don't. There are things that I like that she doesn't. So there's a way she knows how to take care of us both in the things that we love to do. So it's never a thing of, I feel like she's getting more attention. Like if mom is doing something that she'd prefer to do and they don't include me, I wouldn't feel like, she's favoring her mom.
So she has set very healthy boundaries. Do you guys ever disagree? Because it seems like you guys are in a happy love. You know when lovebirds have just cornered themselves. You're in that cafe. Do you ever disagree or argue about anything? And how do you resolve your disagreements?
They're quite minimal. But how we deal with them, we're not so confrontational. It could be a positive or a negative. But to us, I think it's a positive, as in at some point, you do not confront someone with this energy of like, how dare you do A, B, C, D. You take note of it. Then later on, when your anger has gone down, then you get to talk about it. That's how we've been dealing with it.
Is it the same? You also sit it out, and because you said you're so similar to your mom. So I'm sensing you guys have the same conflict resolution mechanisms. That's nice. And do you ever talk about things? So, because I know sometimes we sweep things under the rug, and you're like, I'll talk about it when I'm less angry. Then time just goes by and you never talk about it. Yeah, but it's still there. It's hurting you in there. And someone does something, you're like, but you did this thing the last time, and then you did this thing again. And yeah, so is there a time where we sit down and have a mommy-daughter talk and say, look, these things have been piling up. Can we clear out this carpet and clean?
I think there is. Yeah, it's just that there are not many things that pile up.
Yeah.
But after a while, you need to like free yourself from that baggage of being angry at someone or holding a grudge. So I prefer to say that what you did hurt me. Although even her taking that isn't always the best.
Yeah.
But you know, life is about growing and, you know, evolving, so you have to help each other grow.
Yeah.
So if it makes her better and if it makes me...
No, I love that. Constructive feedback, yeah? Irrespective of whether she will take it or not take it, it's that I am doing this so that I'm unburdened and I want you to learn and grow how to relate with me. What's the best piece of advice mom has ever given you?
The best piece of advice she has given me is to trust God.
Trust God.
Mommy lives a life that's full of so much happiness and so much joy. And of course...
She's called Joyce. I think they predicted that.
I know.
Your parents knew you would be a happy person and they named you Joy. Yes, my dear.
So of course, in reality, life isn't always ups. There are always some downs. But when you look at her and she gets up the next day and knows that, you know, I have to keep moving because God has woken me up again and He has a plan for me. So keep trusting Him. He knows what's best. Yeah.
So it sounds like a proper family of faith. I love that. I love that. Because, you know, so we take faith for granted sometimes. We're like, yeah, things will work themselves out. You're my daughter, automatically, who will you go to? You will come to me, either way we will forge a friendship, and it's not always the thing. So trusting God and building a foundation where you believe that God is the one holding us together. Like in our own energy, in our own efforts, we are not able to build this, but God is helping us to string this thing together.
With action.
Yeah, and action.
Yeah.
What has been some of the surprising things about your relationship with Kylie and your other daughter?
The surprising things, probably in their younger ages, finding out that they have started developing crushes. You know, at some point,
it's every mother's pain.
It comes at a point when you're not expecting it. Yeah.
Okay.
But overall, they are good girls. They are really, really good girls.
Yeah.
We are friends. We talk. I've learned to parent. I've learned to love.
Yes.
Through them. I'd give an example, as in, initially I was not a lovey-dovey kind of person. As in, someone comes to you with their issue and you're like, oh, you'll be okay. You'll be okay.
I'll pray for you.
Yeah, exactly. But I've learned a lot from them. I've learned to love.
Okay. Is there anything that surprised you about your relationship with your mom? I'm sure your friends talk about their relationships with their moms and you're like, ours is special. Yeah.
It's the fact that she's open to any kind of conversation, no matter what it is, whether it's boys, whether it's your friends or your friend has done this that most parents wouldn't want to know. She wants to be involved.
Yeah. Is there anything that you've wanted to tell mom or anything you've wanted to tell your daughters that you haven't had a chance to voice that you would want to say to them? Either about their parenting style or something they do that challenges you, that you disagree with, or anything. Let me not limit you. Both. Whoever wants to go first. So we are both going to go.
Anything that I would like to voice out, I think I've voiced out all that I have to.
Yeah.
The fact that there's an open communication between the three of us.
Yeah.
I feel like I have said it. It can't be all, but I've said what I have to say as of now. And
so I'm asking this question in the context of we've been receiving anonymous letters from different daughters and different mothers on certain unsaid things that, you know, just go by irrespective of the relationship. And, you know, some daughters have said, look, mom, I wish you just called me to sit down and talk to me before you judge me. I wish you knew my friends a little more and understood me in that regard. I want you to know that I understand you and I was hard on you, but I am sorry because, sometimes we do those things. And we've had some mothers who have said, I wish you were kinder and more present. I wish you came home more and spent time and didn't, disappear at the university and be with your friends only. I wish you took off your AirPods and listened. There are many things and they are subtle and sometimes we say them at home, but we might not hear them. And so this is an opportunity for us to say, some of those things. That's the context behind the question. Yeah. It's also okay not to have anything.
I wish you'd.
It's okay not to have anything. Please say.
No, but like I said, I've talked about it before.
Yeah.
So maybe now my issue, I know they are aware, is about continuous communication while you're away from home.
Yeah.
Especially during the evening hours. Yeah. So they do communicate, but I'd like it to be better. Yeah. Is this right to talk about here? Safe space.
No, I totally hear you. So I never grew up with curfew. My parents, we never had curfew. But my mother had this thing where she said, if I'm going to wake up or get out of my bed to come open for you, then you are stretching the boundaries. I would rather you told me you're not coming back so that I'm not worried about you. Because the longer you stay out, I am worried. And it took a lot of time for us to get to a place of communicating that, right? It had to be built. That at first you would come home and they don't talk to you. Like there's like a mood. Then you're at the breakfast table and everybody is like, oh my God, eggshells. What's going on? And my mom is overly dramatic, Bambi, bless her soul, but that's how she is. I think I'm also overly dramatic, but I get it from her. So she would wake up and prepare the breakfast and come and wake you up, princess, come and eat until you went out and then you're guilty. Yeah, it's a whole guilt trip, but you're not talking about the reason why this is making you sad and angry. And when she explained it, we understood it and we said, look, rather than keep you awake till past midnight waiting for us to come home, how about if we know we are going to stay late, we tell you we are not coming back, and this is who we are going to be with, this is where we are going to stay, so that you rest knowing we are in safe hands and we are coming home the next day to a peaceful environment.
Yeah, I hear you. And sometimes it's not really, sometimes for me, it's not about worry.
Yeah.
It's about respect.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, mommy has given you permission to go out, but you need to get into the house at least before daddy.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah, out of respect. So as a mother, you feel that guilt of like, oh my God, the child is out and the rest of us are in here.
Because you're also accountable for the kids, right?
Exactly.
When he comes home and they are not yet home, like, where did you put the children? Because the nurturing role is really for mom, and they're like, where are they? So, no, respect is a key thing. So, how does that make you feel?
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I'll endeavor to do better.
I love no arguments.
No, I like that because acknowledging is also saying I hear you, and even though we might still disagree about it for a while, I hear you and I understand and I want to do better. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So I'm getting into that space where I'm like, okay, so we've talked about all the rosy things, we talked about we are happy, we are we are growing. Is there anything that you find challenging about mom's leadership? I know I've asked that in the previous question, but what is there anything you find challenging in how she leads you as a daughter?
No, I don't think there's anything particularly challenging.
Is there any?
So I'm that good.
We are giving you your flowers.
Thank you.
Receive your flowers. No, it's not even a thing to joke about, because I feel like that's really awesome. Like, as a leader anywhere, when your people, the people that you're leading, have this vote of confidence in you and they say, no, I like that you lead me the way you lead me, that's such a good thing. And I'm glad that you get to hear it from your daughter, both publicly and privately in your spaces. Because I know you've said you talk, but some of these things don't come out. So I'm glad that you're giving her flowers publicly. That's a cool thing. So is there anything that you want to say to anyone out there that's navigating this mother-daughter relationship? Anything you've learned over the years that you want to pass on to someone who's watching or listening to us that's navigating their mother-daughter relationship?
Yeah. I'd like to tell the mothers to have open communication with their children, make them your friends, with boundaries, of course, because there are times when you have to be a mother and then also be a friend. Because when you're a friend, you get to know more about each other, know how to handle each other. And it's never that serious. Sometimes
chill.
Let loose and leave it all to God.
I feel like that's important for people to hear, especially mothers out there who are of different generations. Like, we are different generations. The mothers today of 30 and above are a totally different crop. But mothers that have raised us and have groomed us, it's harder for them to take in the chill because they were never raised to chill.
Because they're always
chilling
worried.
Was not a thing you did. So you can't chill.
There's this phrase in the Lord's Prayer. Give us this day our daily bread. Every day and through the day. We have to so we shouldn't just pray, but we need to internalize that give us this day our daily bread. Meaning every day God is there to take you through the hurdles, how to handle different situations. So it's all
that's quite important. I hope you're listening, mothers.
Are you listening?
I hope you're listening because I found that we don't rest. We don't chill. We are constantly worrying. We are constantly in our children's business. We are constantly, and it takes away from us living our own lives outside the children, that we define ourselves by our children and fail to live with or without them there for us.
But at the same time, we also acknowledge that there are different situations surrounding the different mothers. Maybe my situation is different, so I could be looking at it from
your perspective.
Exactly. So we're not just putting that.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Love it. Yes, my dear.
One thing that I'd say for sure is that you need to learn your mom. And give her grace because it's her first time living too. She has never been a mom until you. So you need to know what she'd be happy with. You need to know what would make her angry, and let her in step by step. Don't throw it all on her, but let her know the things that she'd want to know. Keep her in the loop, and eventually, a normal friendship with the rest of your friends, to grow into something that you'd never expected it to be, and you find yourself as happy as can be.
As happy as you.
That's beautiful. As happy as you and your mom. You know it takes two to tango. So sometimes we forget that, just like any other relationship, the mother-daughter relationship has got to be navigated within certain confines, certain boundaries, but also certain love parameters that we are willing to stretch and be stretched. We are willing to step forward and step backwards and learn from one another in ways that we do with other people. But the key thing that I've taken out of your advice is for us to be gracious. Daughters, I beseech you. Extend grace to your mother. They haven't figured it out yet. Don't compare your mother with your father. They are not parenting the same way. They are not raised the same way.
Or don't compare your mother with other people's mothers.
Exactly. Yeah, because other people's mothers are not your mother. They don't know what it's like to also have you as a daughter. Maybe if they did, they would also be behaving like that. You never know. So Extend grace, extend grace, extend grace. Wow, you guys. I feel like we can go on and on. We're like, they should bring Kacha and we continue this conversation until the cows come home. But I would love to allow us to go. Thank you for sharing your beautiful story with us. I am blessed to know both of you. I know that there are people who are watching and listening to us that have learned so much from just listening to the two of you, and even just interacting with the ease with which you talk about one another and talk to one another. I love that, and I wish that for each and every one of you out there. So as we question this week, I pray that you will find ease and grace, and that you will extend mercy, and that you will chill, relax.
Just a little.
That serious. It's never that serious. I will conclude by saying, live the life that you love and love the life that you live. Let's question God.
Thank you.